It is 13/03/2023. Today we will going to discuss about a boot processing first. Okay, what is a boot processing and remaining things. Usually I will draw this picture. Okay, so when a class time, but it's okay to see. Okay, look at this picture, guys. It is for simple to understand boot processing. Guys, boot processing is common for any device. It means your laptop, your desktop, your mobile phone. All these things will boot. What is booting? Very simple. You power on the device, and after some time, you got a screen. So then you can able to work on your device. Like you take a laptop. Morning I came here at 10. I power on the laptop. Then after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so I can able to open one by one. I open first Microsoft Teams. Okay. Then I join in the meeting. Okay, I open a Microsoft Edge browser, then Google Chrome browser. So I can able to start working with my system, right? I power on it immediately. I can do it after maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes. Maybe after 5 minutes, I can able to work with my system. So what is happened between you power on your system and you can start using your system? What is happening in the system? The step-by-step process. Step-by-step process between the power on the system to user can able to use a system called a boot processing. So for our understanding, I am explaining in a normal desktop mode. Why? Because so whenever you see any cabinet, okay, open cabinets, if you see it is look very good picture. In a laptops we can't view properly. Okay, so laptops are more clumsy type, means more near to near kind of stuff. But normal desktop like this is more open. Okay, so I try to explain with the normal desktop mode, but still laptop or desktop there is no difference in it. In a boot processing mainly. Other facilities are there, of course. Desktop we can't carry everywhere anytime. For example, if I'm working on my desktop, so compulsory I have to keep it a desktop in office. Okay, if I'm using a laptop, I can carry my laptop to office, office to home, like that. Okay, so here it is. In our system, we have a motherboard. On motherboard, we have a components like a CPU, RAM, SMPS power connector, CPU separate power connector. Okay, for CPU separate power connector, SMPS to hard disk power connection, SMPS to CD-ROM, DVD power connector is there. On motherboard, we have a BIOS chipset is there. Front panel connectors are there. Motherboard to hard disk and CD-ROM SATA connectors are there. Data cable connectors. Okay. And back side of our motherboard means back panel connector, keyboard connectivity, mouse connectivity is there. And there is a connectivity for monitor, VGA or HDMI connector is there. On motherboard, we can insert a graphic cards. We can insert a NICs. Additionally, if you require, you can connect NICs. Okay. So, and on motherboard, we have a lot of chipsets, power controllers, CMOS batteries are there. Okay. This is how our system is there. First thing in about boot processing, guys. So I will tell you steps. Then we'll discuss the troubleshooting in it. Okay. So first of all, we power on the system. You press the power button. So after some time, user get a screen, so then he can use it. The step-by-step process from start to user screen. Okay, from start means from the press the power button to the user get a screen. The step-by-step process we call it as a boot processing. Okay. So what is happen when you press the power button? So power SMPS will be turned on. When you press the power button, SMPS will turn on and it give a power supply to your motherboard. It give power supply to your motherboard and your CPU separately. That is also on motherboard only. So power supply go to your motherboard components, and the devices like a CD-ROM, hard disk also will get a power supply. Through motherboard also we are getting power supply to keyboard and mouse and any connected peripherals. So when you press the power button, your SMPS will turn on and it give a power supply to your system. So what will happen at this point? Okay, post will happen. Post means power on self-test. Power on self-test. System test itself, make sure all primary components are working or not. Means this motherboard is good, the CPU is good, RAM is good, like that. Okay, like that means on motherboard components, CPU and RAM. So it will check these are the primary components. For example, keyboard is not working, mouse is not working, hard disk is not working, CD-ROM is not working. It's not, it never mind about it. It minds only first post, means power on self-test will check mainly the primary components are working or not. Means CPU, RAM, motherboard, on motherboard components. Remaining is optional. It's not very high priority. Okay. So if it is good, it is called a post successful. So for example, CPU not working, RAM is not working, or motherboard some issues are there. So what will happen? Post will be failed. Post failed means troubleshoot. Post successful means system perform next step. Next step. Okay, the first step is post step. You power on your system, SMPS is power on and distribute the power supply to the devices. Okay, and system test itself, make sure all components. Okay, one more point is there. Okay, all primary components, okay, are functioning or not. Next one is, what is the use of this BIOS? Of course, BIOS also perform this boot processing, right? So what will this BIOS will do at this point? It collect the information about your CPU, your RAM, your hard disk, whatever. Okay, okay. Okay, your BIOS will collect the information of your CPU, what CPU is inserted, what RAM is inserted. On motherboard details are there. For example, you inserted a graphic card. You inserted a graphic card. What is that graphic card is inserted? We inserted a additional NIC. What NIC is inserted? What hard disk is connected? What CD-ROM is connected? Okay. So BIOS will gather the information of the devices, okay, and make sure that and system, okay, this my hand getting shaking. Okay, this is the point, guys. So first one is power on self test. So when you power on your system, SMPS turn on, it give power supply to your devices. Okay. So on your mother system, so first it perform post operation power on self test operation, system test itself to make sure that primary components are working or not. And BIOS collect the information of your connected devices, means CPU details, RAM details, hard disk details, CD-ROM details. Okay, all the connected devices to the motherboard, it will collect that information. This is the first step of boot processing. This is the first step of boot processing. Next one is based on your BIOS, boot priority. Based on your BIOS, boot priority. So where is this boot priority window? I will show you that one once again. See this one, guys. This is the boot priority. It means it will tell you from what are the devices you have to search for an operating system. So it is having a priority list, like either start with a CD, DVD, hard disk, USB, means removable device, network, like that. For example, you take this one as a boot priority. First system try to get an operating system from CD-ROM. Is any OS CD-ROM is there? Then, okay, any OS bootable drive is inserted. Load operating system from DVD or CD. Okay, if it is there, load it. If it is not there, check in the next device. Next device is hard disk. Is a hard disk having an operating system? Yes, means load it. No means go for a next device. Check any USB is connected with an operating system. Yes means load operating system. No means go for a next one. Guys, this is the priority order. It means if in case my CD-ROM having a operating system DVD is inserted, it load operating system. We don't check the remaining devices for operating system. Okay, for a operating system. So this is called a boot priority. This is called a boot priority. So in BIOS, it will tell what is your boot priority. Based on the boot priority, system try to check where is the operating system, where is the bootable drive is connected. So if it is found, load operating system from it. Otherwise, check for the next device. Okay. So this is your boot priority. Usually, operating system located in a hard disk. Usually, operating system located in a hard disk. So it will find a hard disk MBR or GPT record. I'm telling in old ways MBR type, but currently it is GPT. Okay, either MBR or GPT. Last class I told MBR and GPT, that mainly for this purpose only. Okay. What is MBR? Master boot record. What is GPT? GUID partition table. MBR, master boot record. What is this master boot record contains? It contains information about your disk partitions. It contains information about your disk partitions and location of bootloader and location of your operating system files also. Location of bootloader. So what MBR is tells where is the bootloader. Is it in C drive or D drive or in any special drive? Okay, guys, up to here. Okay, post boot priorities, MBR record.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now bootloader will tell what is what MBR will tell what is a bootloader and what is this bootloader. First of all, where is the bootloader? It will tell where is the bootloader. Bootloader is a file. Depends upon your operating system. Your bootloader is there. For example, you are using a Windows XP 2000 2003 type of operating system. NTLDR is a bootloader. You are using Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11. Your bootmgr is a bootloader. Bootmgr is a bootloader. It is a file, that's nothing. Okay. Next, if you are using a Linux, mainly enterprise Linux, your bootloader is GRUB. The current version of GRUB is GRUB version 2. So GRUB is a bootloader. Okay. Okay. Linux, LILO or a GRUB uses. Okay. So depends upon operating system, bootloader is there. So we are using Windows based operating system. Currently it is bootmgr only. What happened? This bootmgr will tell you where is an operating system and means which partition in where is the operating system is located and how to load this operating system. How to load operating system means, guys, operating system also having different modes. For example, you take Windows. In Windows, what we are using a Windows operating system, that is full mode or a normal mode of Windows operating system. In Windows, we have a safe mode. We have a safe mode. Okay, safe mode. Okay, so like that in Linux we have 4 modes are there. In Linux, single user mode, multi-user mode without networking, without NFS, multi-user mode with NFS, multi-user mode with X11 system. Like that, there is a 4 modes are there in a Linux system. Which mode it should be loaded, it will tell by your bootloader only. Okay, so bootloader will tell you where is an operating system and how to load operating system. Now voice is loaded and what is you are getting a login screen. So username, password, you given a username and password authenticated. So system, in the system there is a startups, services and applications are there. Startup applications, you can show, I will show you that one. So these are the startup applications, guys. The enabled one will automatically start when system is booted. Means system is once you given a login, so obviously these applications will start automatically in your system. So you need to open it. So it is automatically opens. And there is certain services like a device related services, operating system related services, certain services related services are there. So those things also will run automatically in your system. So this is startups, okay, and services, their related applications will start in your system automatically. So this is your boot processing. Once it is done, you can start using your system. This is a boot processing, guys. Never forget first step, what is post, power on, self test. When you power on your system, some PS will start and distribute the power supply to your motherboard and motherboard components through motherboard components and other devices like a hard disk and CD-ROM also will get a power supply. Okay, so what is this post? System test itself, usually using this BIOS chip only. Okay, that is what we are saying, firmware. What is BIOS? BIOS is nothing but a firmware or firmware. What is the use of firmware or firmware? It is will tell you how to start your PC. Okay, So what it will do, so we done post power on self test to make sure that the primary components of a system is running or not. First it will check it, and your BIOS chip will try to recognize the devices are connected to motherboard, CPU details, RAM details, hard disk details, CD-ROM details. If you insert a graphic card details. If you insert a NIC details will gather. Okay, so that is the first part. The second one is search for an operating system. Searching for an operating system. So based on the BIOS boot priorities, so it will try to locate where is an operating system. Okay, so first it will find their MBR record or GPT record. So find out where is the bootloader. Load the bootloader first. Bootloader will tell you where is the operating system and how to load operating system. Okay, guys, you may think that is sir bootloader and our operating system located in C drive. Yes, it is in C drive only, guys. Both are in a C drive only. Operating system and your bootmgr file both are in a C drive only. You may not see directly, but it is there in a C drive. Okay, that's the point. But not on every operating system. You take dual boot operating system, means one system having two operating systems. That is a dual boot operating system. Linux based operating system, Unix based operating system. It is also like operating system and bootable files are located in differently. So that's why always separate, guys. Bootloader, bootable files and operating system files are separate. Okay. Even you go to PXE type of booting also, booting is different, operating system loading is different. Means bootable files are different. First bootable files are loaded, next operating system will be loaded. Yeah. This is your basic part of boot processing. Okay, try to remember, means try to practice one by one. Okay, so next I will tell the troubleshooting. Issues will occur at booting time. Issues occurs at booting time. How to troubleshoot and how to understand this is the problem kind of stuff. Okay. Understand, guys, what is the main points in a boot processing. Hmm? Okay.
Yes, sir.
No. Just only 5 minutes. Okay. Just 5 minutes. I will explain issues at booting time. Relax for 5 minutes. Just 11:35 I will be going.